Hello Year 5, welcome to Wednesday's guided reading. I hope you're joining me having done today's English, or at least listened to the bit of Cosmic that we did there, because we finished off that bit when Liam had just almost got through to the Drax competition, and then Mr. Middleton had ruined it by snapping that phone shut. Now, in today's guided reading, we're going to do two bits of reading, and then we're going to do some inference Iggy, some Rex retrieval, and some Cassie commentator work. So I hope you have flexed your guided reading brain muscles and you are ready to go. Let's read the first 2 pages, only the first 2. So if you're reading with me, make sure you read to the end of page 77 and then pause. Fathers have children. That was the night I finally took down my It's Your Solar System glow-in-the-dark mobile. It wasn't even astronomically accurate. It still had Pluto on it. Everyone knows that Pluto is not a planet anymore. It's something a bit too big for an asteroid, but too small for a planet. It's nothing. Like someone who's too big to be a kid and too young to be an adult. Then the phone rang. A friendly voice said, "Hi, Drax Communications. Still want to be the world's best dad?" This time I waited for the options to come up, but they didn't. There was a pause, and the friendly voice said, "Hello, Mr. Digby?" "Oh, what? Yeah, that's me. Who's that?" "Dr. Dinah Drax here. I've been waiting for your call." "You've been waiting for my call?" "Yes. But I tried to call this morning, and I was on hold for about a year. I thought there must have been 1,000,000 people in the queue." "But I told you you'd been specially selected. Didn't you believe me?" "Yeah, but the on-hold thing went on so long. I really wanted to share that piece of music with you." "Well, thanks. I enjoyed it. And to find out how patient you were. Patience will be an essential quality on this trip." "Oh, I can be patient. Really, I can sit for hours." "Good. Well, Mr. Digby, you're through." "That is completely cosmic." "A car will collect you from your registered address at 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning." "Dr. Drax, the rocket, what kind of ride is it? Is it a reverse bungee, or a roller coaster, or—" "Wait and see. That's one of the ways in which you can exercise your patience. Now, tell me a little bit about the child you will be bringing." Closing the book right there. Close it. Don't peek at the next page. Okay, a little bit of inference Iggy to start us off. How can you tell that Liam is excited to hear from Dr. Drax? You need to answer this in a full sentence, okay? And you need to use the sentence starter down here if you need something to help you get going. I know Liam is excited because, which means, okay. Justify your answers with 2 pieces of evidence. And that means that you've got to get quotes directly from the text. You've got to say, I know Liam is excited because the text says this, which means this, okay? You must include your evidence today, okay? So that's your first challenge. Pause me here, and then we'll go on to the next one. Okay, I hope you've got 2 pieces of evidence to share. What I have pulled out is, you've been waiting for my call. And we've got a little question mark and exclamation mark at the end. He's so confused because he spent 3 hours on the phone to her this morning, or trying to get through to her. And then I've got, that is completely cosmic. And I know that means Liam is excited because that is something he says a lot when something cool has happened. Okay, let's go on to the next page. Okay, this time I'm going to let you do a little bit of reading. I've got an extract for you on the screen. It's the next page, page 78, if you do have a copy of the text in front of you. Have a read of this one. I'm not going to read it to you just yet. And see if you can do a bit of Rex retrieval. Now, Rex retrieval, remember, we are just finding the exact information in the text. Okay, remember that even though it's a retrieval question, you still need to answer it in a full sentence. So, who does Liam say is his child? All right, I hope you spotted that her name is Florida means his child that he is going to pretend to have is Florida. Nice little bit of Rex retrieval there. Okay, so now I'm going to read you the rest of the chapter. Read it along with me if you have a copy of the book. Now, the question I want you to be thinking about as I'm reading today is, why do you think Liam uses levels to compare Liverpool and China? And that's a little bit of a Cassie commentator question there for you. So have a think about that question as I read it. I'd completely forgotten that dads have children. I do hope it's a girl. We're very short on girls. Oh, she's a girl then. Definitely. Anything you say. And what's her name? Who? Your daughter, Mr. Digby? My daughter? Time to engage. I said the name of the only daughter I'd ever had. I said, it's Florida. Her name is Florida. If Liverpool city centre was a level 2, a secret location in China must be a level 50 at least. I wasn't going to make the same mistake as last time. This time I was going to skill up before levelling up. In World of Warcraft, you can have weapon skills, gathering skills, or trade skills. You can have mining skills too, but they're a bit rubbish, and you have to buy a pickaxe. If I was going on a quest disguised as Florida's dad, I would need dad skills. I went through all the books on my dad's bedside table. They were mostly colour charts of quick-dry and low-odour bathroom paints with mad names like Antarctic Glow. But there was one called Talk to Your Teen, which is all about how to trick your teenage son or daughter into talking to you. Unbelievable. It was like finding the cheat sheet for Orbiter 4, except it wasn't Orbiter 4, it was my life. Look at this. Does your teen sometimes seem sulky and uncommunicative? Meals are the most natural place for conversation to flow. To create the best possible conditions for this, you should turn off the television before eating and try to serve fiddly food. Fiddly food keeps everyone at the table longer. Whereas a pizza can be dispensed with in a matter of minutes, a kipper can keep a hungry teen at the table for a fully half hour. In other words, meals are traps, except what sane person would bait a trap with kippers? It also said, it's very important to show an interest in their world. Ask them about their friends, their music, their books, and their computer games. So he was never interested in the history of Azeroth or the Wanderlust Warriors' weapons at all. He was just keeping me talking. I should have realised this before, because when I carefully monitored my dad's conversations for several days, I discovered that they can all be broken down into 5 headings, namely 1. How we got here. 2. What the parking was like. 3. What it was like in the old days. 4. Something thoughtful which made you think. And 5. Something to do with last night's football. For instance, on Saturday morning we went to the new Strand to look for new handles to put on the new kitchen cupboards. We didn't find any, though we did get an amusing cactus holder shaped like a donkey. This is what Dad said. Number 1. The main road was so choked we'd have been better off walking. Number 2. £2 to park for 2 hours, then it takes you half an hour to find a space. 3. In the old days, if the shop didn't have the right door handles for your cupboards, you came home empty-handed. Nowadays, with shopping malls and what have you, if they haven't got a door handle, you buy a cactus holder. It makes you think. Number 4. Are we really any happier now than we were then? Are we happier because we've got a cactus holder? It's not like we've got a cactus. Number 5. It's no good scoring lots of goals if you also concede lots of goals. We need a terrifying central defender. These 5 headings apply to anything. For instance, if my dad ever did go to Azeroth, he'd probably say, Number 1, we took the Deep Run tram to Stormwind, the Dwarfen district. Number 2, the tram is free, it's very reliable and you don't have to worry about parking. On the other hand, it was raided by the undead Scourge and now a lot of us were killed. Luckily, my guild companions have healing powers. Number 3, there is no such place as Azeroth when we were little. If we wanted to play a fantasy game, we had to use sticks for swords and run around on pretend horses. The sticks really hurt. Number 4, we look stupid, but we did get lots of fresh air. Number 5, money has spoiled football. Players now spend more time advertising hair products than they do training. I'd felt I'd mastered level 1 of being a dad. Now I had to get myself a daughter. Okay, close the book there. That's the end of our reading today. Okay then, so think back to what we've just read. Have a look at this extract. Why do you think Liam uses levels to compare Liverpool and China? Have a think. Answer this one in 4 sentences. Okay, guys. Thank you for joining me for guided reading today. I look forward to joining you later in the week as well.